You're listening to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. I'm here with
Danny Lou's here.
Sue's here.
All right.
And we're talking about your summer body, keeping your summer body. The first thing in the first segment we talked about is find a schedule that's realistic and stick to it. And put it right on your smartphone so it gives you a 30 to 45 minute reminder that this is a workout that you need to get to. Because if we change the time of our workout, sometimes we just get going and we forget. So anytime you make a change in the schedule, I always advise that to make a reminder. And now that we carry our smartphones everywhere we go, it's a great way for us to stay on track if we get distracted. And a lot of us do. We take on way too much for ourselves. We don't know how to say no. We have too many things going on at the same time, and so we need to stay focused on one. It would be nice actually to kind of clear it up and make it a little bit more simple, but that's not always a season for us.
You know, a lot of time, one of the hard things I've noticed as a parent was where I started to get complacent in the workout, where it was the lack of the workout, was when I had my kids and dance and football and this and that. I, as a dad, was there every moment. If they're at football practice for 3 hours, did I really need to sit there for 3 hours? I felt like I had to be there watching, like supporting them. But if you have a 3 hour, which we know that these football practices, these soccer practices, dance could be 2 hours, you can drop them off. Do something for yourself for that 1 hour and come back and pick them up. Mm-hmm. But it's I think this day and age that all of us feel like if we're not there, we're missing out on something. And I felt that way personally myself. I would go all the time to every football for 4 hours when he played at Valencia High School. I wanted to be there to support, so he knew. He didn't care if I was there or not watching on practice. He only cared was game day. Let's just have my supporters there. Yep. So he appreciated knowing, that, hey, you care, but it's not like it didn't hurt him mentally or anything if I wasn't there.
Too, I think it's better, let them be with the coach. Let them focus on the coach. Let them focus on the players. Let them have their own time to do what they need to do, because that moment is about them and the team. It's not about us. So let them have their moments on their own. And that's some time that you can have, and you can have for yourself. When you have that time for yourself and they have that time for themselves, when you do come together, you're both going to have exciting things to talk about.
That is awesome. I was just going to say that you have something to talk about, how it was and this. But, we just got to get out of parent self. It's like we just want to be so involved, and then we have an opinion of how the coach is coaching wrong or this and that. We need to I agree with you. That's a pretty awesome thing. Let them have their physical fitness.
Right.
And if it's that 1 hour, you go take care of yourself and have a physical fitness.
And your physical fitness.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then you're a better parent because of it, because you've got more energy, you're feeling better about yourself, and, you're kind of showing up and doing your thing. So stay very, very, don't give up working out over the summer and don't make excuses. Someone the other day said to me, gosh, I'm just feeling so unmotivated because of the heat. And my answer to that is that means more than any other time, although it's important anyway, you need to just walk in the door. Because if you do get unmotivated, you have the decision to make. Are you going to let your unmotivation take over, or are you going to rise above it and continue to do what you know is right for your body? So that's something that you really need to look at. Now, because it got hot so quickly, like it was kind of an overnight thing, we went from raining and freezing to really hot, our bodies don't have a lot of time to adjust to that. So you might notice that you're kind of dragging through your workouts this week. I have a lot of my members saying, oh my gosh, I feel like I got weaker this week. Well, you kind of did. On a humid day, I like to equate it to this. On a humid day, have you ever just taken a beach towel and just dragged it? And then you take a wet beach towel and drag it. Well, when it's really hot and humid outside, you're that wet beach towel. Everything's going to seem harder to do. So as soon as you know that, lighten up a little bit on the weights, or kind of go a little bit lighter than you normally would. Allow your body to adjust to the heat, to adjust to the humidity, and then you'll get right back on course. But don't. I have some people that beat themselves up over it because they can't do what they did the day before, and that's really the wrong attitude to have. Fitness is always going to be about a journey. It's going to be highs. It's going to be lows. There's days you're going to walk in and feel so strong. There's going to be days you walk in and you feel so weak. There's going to be days when you can't wait to get to the gym. There's days that you're going to try to find every excuse not to get into the gym. You have all these different elements going on, but what you need to do is just kind of be still, stop all of that chatter, and just get your bottom in the door.
I agree with that. Yeah, because I was watching the people the other day, and they're like, even on their faces, like, because it was this change of all that humidity through the day did zap people's energy. But it was great that people got to the gym, and I heard you use that same explanation, which made it, oh, yeah, okay. And so then, unfortunately, it makes it okay when people understand, like, okay, I know why I'm not doing, 10s when, I went down to 8s. But I was even feeling that at the same time. So it's a good information to know.
Yeah. We're going to be right back. This is Ellen Como, Danny Lou on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. You are listening to BalaCore Fitness Show here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Ellen Como. I'm here with...
Danny Lou is in the house.
Yes, my partner at BalaCore Fitness Studio.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we're talking about the summer body, keeping your summer body. Now, maybe you don't feel like you have your summer body yet. You can constantly work on it throughout the summer, can't you? And it just gets better and better all the time. So don't think because you haven't already started working out that it's already over. It isn't over. You can start today, you can start tomorrow, and still look great for summer and feel great. And sometimes feeling great comes before the looking great, and that's all good too.
And I don't know if it's, you can stop me if it is, if we can talk about like the nutrition that you went on, and it's some supplements that you did, and it seemed to really help. That pure, it's on your Fitopause, I think was on your Fitopause page, and it's really helped that you tried it for 30 days, and it worked great, gave you energy, and you leaned out. But it's also your vitamins that you need to take also.
You do.
Daily.
Yes.
To help contribute.
Yep. And then now getting back to our workouts. Thank you for that.
I just thought about vitamins, food, and the workouts.
Now, Danny and I have a word for that. It's called bright, shiny objects. Getting distracted by bright, shiny. So he just had a bright, shiny object moment.
Correct.
Yes, that's what that looked like.
I was adding one more piece to our puzzle of the summer body. It's the summer jam, as you would have it.
That was it. Okay, perfect. So we're going to talk, your workouts. What should they look like right now? They should look like the same that they do all year long, unless you're not working out at all. Then they need to change. They need to start working out. But you want to make sure you're getting resistance training with free weights or with some kind of weight. And then you also want to get your cardio involved. And find the cardio. Your favorite cardio is the one that you like. Mine, I love kickboxing. Love kickboxing. We have the most amazing kickboxing class at BalaCore Fitness. I have to say, I'm very partial, and I'm actually really, really humble about a lot of things, but it's the best class in town, and our instructor, Kerwin Burns, he's been on the show before, is wonderful. He formatted that class like no other kickboxing class I've ever been to before. And I just cannot believe how addicted we're all getting to that.
And it's fun.
That's
the whole thing. It's like bopping music. It isn't like the sensei type where you come in, bow. It's fun. It's exercise. It's sweaty, and the camaraderie that everyone has. You feel like you're like with your friends, just having fun in a class. And
and he's just not standing in front of the room saying, just do this. Everyone's got their own bag. You got a partner. You're doing this. You're doing that. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
And it's a really fun class. It's over before you know it. And you have moments where they actually do mitts where you're going to actually be boxing with Kerwin.
Right.
He doesn't hit you back. He just lets you hit him. And Danny also jumps in and helps out as well. So you get to hit these guys, which is really fun sometimes. And everyone enjoys that part of the class. And it takes your heart level up so high. It's an anaerobic, definitely. But then he brings you down and you go into do some other great fun things. And it's a lot more upper body than lower body. So if you do have any lower body issues, it's really not going to affect you too badly. So it's a really good cardio. If you're looking for a cardio and you have really bad knees or bad hips, you could always modify it so you don't do the lower body at all, and you're still going to get an amazing workout. So it's a really good thing to get your heart rate going and burn some calories.
Yep.
And then the resistance training around the summertime, like I said, you're going to notice in the first couple of weeks of the summer when the heat is really, really high and we're not used to it, you're going to notice that you get tired a lot quicker, that the weight that you normally could use, you're going down a weight. Don't beat yourself up. Don't think bad about it. Just as soon as you're ready, you'll add it back again. It's just your body adjusting to the heat. And so, add those two, make sure you're getting, both of those things in. And the pool could be your best friend for cardio in the winter, the summer. What I used to do is I would take an old pair of running shoes and I would take out the or you could keep it in. I took it out because I didn't want it absorbing water, the foot pad. So it was like right on the rubber sole. And I would jump in my pool in the shower end and I would run laps. And I would run 5 laps one way, 5 laps the other way. And I would do that for about 45 to 50 minutes. And you're in the water, so you're not sweating. And you have the resistance of the water. Your feet are on the ground, so they're constantly in movement. And it's a lot of fun. So much fun. And I was in amazing, amazing shape that year. And I never ran outside one day. It was always in my pool. So.
No stress on pounding or anything because you're in the water atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
But back to Kerwin, I just want to add that we're actually having kickboxing tonight.
Yeah.
So if you're free, you want to come by, I believe there's 5:30 and 6:30 tonight. So there's 2 classes. Feel free to come by and just try it out for free. We have a free week at BalaCore Fitness.
Yep.
So
I'll be there at 5:30. So
Yeah.
I'll be there, and then hopefully I'll be able to kickbox at some point.
that's right.
I'm hoping.
So just please come on out, feel free, and have some fun.
Yes. And then you pick out your resistance training class, one that fits in with your time. We have a great cycle class if you tend to be an indoor or a cyclist at all. Bringing your cycling indoors in the summer is a really, really smart thing to do because you don't have to work with the heat of the elements. So let's say the only time you can cycle is when it's quite warm outside. It's really good to bring it inside and go ahead and get your cardio that way as well. So you have all these different options.
And guess what?
What?
Today is Wednesday.
Oh,
Talking
yes.
about cycling. So we have a cycle circuit.
Yes,
so
we do.
again at 4:30, BalaCore Fitness, come on in. We cycle for 15 minutes. We jump off. We do a circuit, 15-minute circuit. We jump back on the bikes for 15 minutes, and then right back into the circuit. So you get an hour of the best is what you need. As Ellen would say, you do need cardio and you need weight resistance.
Yeah.
So you get it all in one circuit that we do today. So
Yeah.
4:30 at BalaCore Fitness.
People love that class. That's another class people just love so much. So if you haven't been working out, this is a great time to start. Just say today's the day that I am not going to not take care of my body and make it a priority in my life. I'm going to make the decision to go do something for myself today. And then if you're already on a workout schedule and summer's kind of hits you and your kids have all these activities and you're getting really, really confused and mixed up and you don't know when you get to the gym, sit down, look at your schedule, kind of actually look at it, and then write in when you are available to work out, then put it on your smartphone. Give yourself a reminder, and so you can get to the gym and keep the body that you work so hard on throughout the I guess we'd call spring, winter and spring. We're going to be right back. This is Ellen Como and Danny Lou on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.